Is a methodology to estimate value of time of commuters. Evidence from cities between Fort and Moratuwa, a literature review by AHMS Sharic.
Very good morning, sir, and very good morning to you all. I am very happy to present my literature review of the ongoing research, that is to find out or to estimate the value of time of the commuters between two cities, two small cities between Fort to Moratuwa in Colombo district. So I will give a brief introduction about the concept of value of time. The cost element of each journey or each trip has a cost. Then based on the cost, that is to be charged. So each person, each passenger or each the commuter has a value for his time. So the cost element of journey may be considered in terms of, normally it is considered in terms of the distance that we travel and the time it takes. But hiddenly there are some other cost elements which we do not take into considerations. So when we consider the time that we take while traveling, let's say you get into a congestion and you waste your time. So that time is a value for you, which is not valued when we charge the pricing for the bus transport. So when all elements, in addition to the distance and travel, is interpreted into a concept that we call as generalized cost of a travel. Right. When a generalized cost of when the generalized cost is given a monetary value, as per to these authors, it is termed as value of time. So each person has a value of time. Let's say now you are at Kolmadama Junction at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and you have a presentation here at 8:30. Or you are at 7:30 and you have a presentation at 8:30. The value that you are giving for that 1 hour is different to the value of 1 hour that you may pay tomorrow, because tomorrow you may be at home. That 1 hour, the willingness of yours to pay for 1 hour to get the things done varies from the 1 hour that may happen next day. So this is the concept of today's presentation. So you might have understood what the value of time is all about. Okay, value of time measures. Why value of time measures is important is when we can truly price the value of time of the users, it is highly useful for pricing the transportation projects, right? Value of time, on the other hand, it portrays the willingness to pay of the users. So willingness, if we can truly identify the willingness to pay of the users, we can go for the improved versions of public transport or improved versions of some sort of a improved transportation system where we can charge a lot, because the passengers are ready to pay when we can estimate the value of time. So the quantification of value of time is very important to appraise the transport projects. So normally this research is going to add value to the income rate method to estimate the value of time. Normally, in value of time is estimated using the income of the user. Based on the income, he is ready to pay this. So my research is going to give some, I'm thinking to improve this method of estimation of VOT by adding two things. One is, in addition to the financial cost, trip characteristics of the traveler and the socio-economic characteristics of the traveler. Trip characteristics in the sense mode can be a trip character. So let's say the value that a person who use private vehicle, the value that user of private vehicle gives to the time is different from the value the public transport user gives to that value. So that element is taken into consideration. And in terms of socio-economic factors, the value the person who is in business world gives to the value of that 1 hour difference from the person who uses or who does not work. So these elements are taken into consideration. So I have gone into brief literatures of same like researches that have been done in other part of the world. So first author has developed BOT, it means value of time, for the commercial motor vehicles. He has used variables of the containers traveling in night and the containers that travels by the day. So he has used stated prevalence data, that is not by the survey but by the internet survey. He has collected some data, and the method that he has used is logit model in combination with the generalized linear model, where he has seen some relationship with value of time, so utility with the relationship of some variables in addition to the cost and time plus the socio-economic characteristics as well as the travel behaviors of the passenger. And second, also he has used a different method compared to the first one, but here he has only used the logit model, where from the multinomial, he has collected 7 variables and two options. Let's say for car it takes 10 minutes, but you pay 80 rupees. For bus it takes 30 minutes, but cost is let's say 10 rupees. So two options have been given, seven option, like strongly agree, neutral, and we don't agree. So those 7 those 7 options have been extended to 2 extents. So let's say like or dislike. So from that he has modeled to binary logit. So I think it won't be a very good one, because to extract those 7 options to 2 may be difficult. So I dropped that one. So another one was estimation of the VOT using the service headway as well as the comfort level. So comfort level, as I already talked, that comfort is also a main element to estimate the value of time. Let's say why car owners give more value to their time is they need comfort compared to the public transport. So based on that, these literatures, in addition to the financial cost, that automatically gives the travel time and distance, these two attributes are included. Mode, in terms of mode, from Fort to Moratuwa, we can see bus, train, car, walking, paratransit, motorbike and bicycle. And the socio-economic attributes, level of income, level of education of the user, profession of the user, and the vehicle ownership and the age. So these elements are put into the equation where I'm hoping to use the generalized mixed model. So where we can get to know the coefficients of the travel cost and travel time. So the value of time can be given by the ratio between beta time over beta cost. So that can give the, this is the equation. So from that, if I can get to know the beta cost and beta time, and if I can find out the ratio between beta time and beta cost, I may be able to find out the value of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.